YouTube Nation, what is up? Eagles Truth here with you, and well, we got the win. A really weird game. Eagles only scored 15 points. Turnovers all over the place. Turnovers on downs, block punts, interception, fumble, every which way. And yet, when you look at it, the Eagles had well over 400 yards of offense. And the Saints had just over 200 yards of offense. Let that sink in. We outgained the crap out of them. We should have blew them out. So what does this come down to? I'll tell you. Inefficient quarterback play. Now, I know Jalen Hurts had over 300 yards passing. It's kind of crazy when you look at it like he did. Big Dallas Goedert play helped that a little bit, stuff like that. But he's deficient in the area. He's not a great quarterback. And to be honest with you, I think Jalen Hurts is the weakest link on this team. Absolutely the weakest link on the offense, for sure. He's holding the team back. He is. I'm sorry. I'm rooting for him because I root for the Eagles. You know, he does well, the Eagles do well. So I'm going to continually root for him, and I hope that he proves me wrong. But right now, as it stands, he's a problem. With that said, if the Eagles outgained the Saints by so much, then why was the score, why did we almost lose? And the reason is just decision making. Decision making. We have probably the worst head coach in the entire league. I'm going to say that because he doesn't do much. And the little things that he does do, going for it on fourth down, deciding when to kick a field goal, shit like that, he's literally screwing that up. That's literally the only thing he does on game day. That's your only job, Nick Sirianni, and you screw that up. They went for the field goal, the 60-yarder, when they should have just kicked and pinned the Saints deep and trust your defense that, and I can't believe I'm saying this, has been amazing all day. But no, you want to kick a 60-yarder, but you won't kick the gimmies in the first half. And on the first possession, we were at the 10-yard line. Now, think about how many points we left on the board. In the first half, we were on the 10-yard line or somewhere down there, and Jalen Hurts throws an interception in the end zone. Trying to force it. If he would just stop trying to force it, we had 3 points. So that's 3 points that we should have had. Then there was, I said this in my halftime video, we were on the 15 or so. What was it? 14 seconds or something like that, and one timeout. Normally on 4th and 1, I'd say, yeah, go for it. Push, whatever. But you're gambling for one opportunity on the 15 to throw into the end zone. That's just an opportunity for Jalen Hurts to either get sacked and get no points or throw an interception and get no points. Just kick the field goal in that situation. So that was 6 points in the first half. We should have went into halftime absolutely up 6-3. Absolutely. And then on the first drive coming out, we get all the way to the 34-yard line. It's 4th and 3. Do we kick a 51-yard field goal? No. We decided to go for it and don't get it, turnover on downs. That's 9 points we left on the board. Now, those points come back to bite you, and they almost did. Imagine having those 9 points at the end of the game. And hell, I won't even use the 9 points because it's a 51, no guarantee that he'll make it. But the other 2 field goals were chip shots, extra points. Imagine being up 6 points. Then we'd be up 2 scores. It wouldn't matter if the Saints scored a touchdown and even got the 2-point conversion. Would not have mattered. Those decisions almost came back to bite us in the ass. So think about the decision making from our quarterback throwing turnovers or throwing interceptions to our head coach who doesn't do much anyway except go for it decisions. He's going for it when he shouldn't, and he's not going for it when he should. Like last week, he should have went for it. The way the defense he should have went for it. We couldn't, go for it, win the game. And if you don't get it, hey, They're at like the 10-yard line. A field goal doesn't beat you. It only ties the game. They have 50 seconds. He just went, you know what I mean? But he didn't. Everything he does is reverse. Like, think about how bad our coach is. He doesn't do much. He doesn't call play. He doesn't do much. And every decision he makes is the opposite. Like, you have two decisions. Go for it, don't. Kick the field goal or go for it. Or what, you know, like he only has a 50-50 decision to make. Pick one or the other. And he makes the wrong decision every time. Like, that's all you're doing. That is literally all you do here, and you can't even do that. What are you here for? We have the worst head coach. He's incompetent as hell. We have a head coaching problem. We have a quarterback problem. Decision making. We could have damn near blew the Saints out. We could have. We won this game based on talent and talent alone, despite terrible decision making. We went for it when we shouldn't have. Should have just kicked the field goal. Not giving Barkley a single run in the first quarter. He had 140 yards plus on the ground, despite not getting a single carry in the first quarter. Let that sink in. Imagine utilizing him a little more, how much damage he could have did. Look, I know it seems like we lost the game. I'm ranting, I'm mad and everything else. But it's just, it goes to show you how much we're getting in our own way from a decision standpoint. Just basic decision making is killing us. Last week we had a field goal that we gave up, that we didn't take, a chip shot field goal in the first half. Had we have had that extra 3 points in the end of the game would have been over. We'd have won. So it's like, he just you know what I'm saying about Nick Sirianni? He is the worst coach in the league by far, because he already doesn't do much, and the little tiny things he does, which is just going for it or not going for it, he's literally making the wrong decision every single time. He has no feel, none. And our quarterback is deficient. He's limited. He is. I like his personality. I like that he's football 24/7. I like his work ethic. All that stuff. I get it. I'm not worried about a turnover changing him, all right, or anything else. If he throws a second interception, it's not because he's already gun shy or already, fucked up from the first one. It would just be because he's a bad passer. He's got to get better. Nick Sirianni has to get better at these decisions. He doesn't do much during the game. The little amount that he does do, he needs to get better at. And they need to fix whatever's ailing Jalen Hurts. And they need to realize they have a beast in the backfield. Saquon Barkley's making even a bigger impact than I thought he would. Seriously. I thought he'd be good. I thought he'd be like Miles Sanders-ish during our Super Bowl year, which is good. It's good. But I didn't think he's dude. Yeah. Bryce Huff, still nothing from him at all. The pass rush is better, but still nothing from Bryce Huff. I think they need to go out and get a pass rusher. If they go out and get a bona fide pass rusher, I'm feeling a little bit better about this defense. Nick Sirianni has to be better with his decision making as far as going for it or not. He just has to get a better feel for the game. Jalen Hurts needs to get better as far as, like, he's accurate when he sees an open player and he needs to make the throw. He's usually accurate. Like, it's not necessarily about his arm. It's just about him staying in the pocket and seeing what is open in the NFL, because what's open in the NFL isn't what's open in college. You're not going to have guys running right open. That Dallas Goedert, yeah, great. Yay, Jalen Hurts led a game-winning drive. Woo! Goddard was wide open. Two Saints fell into ran into each other. So he needs to realize that open in the NFL isn't open by much. You need to be able to make crisp throws. So we won. I did not think we were going to win. I thought we were going to get smoked. If you'd have told me that the Saints were only going to score 12 points, I'd have said we win. For sure. But if you'd have told me we were only going to score 15, I'd have said we're going to get destroyed. The yards were there. We were moving the ball up and down the field. decision making towards the end, and then they keep wanting to go away from Barkley. They keep wanting to do these stupid read options, which every time Jalen Hurts keeps the ball, it never works out. The only time Jalen Hurts is effective as a runner is when it's not the play call. He's dropping back to pass, looking, and he runs and makes something happen in that regard. Other than that, these called quarterback runs, these designed runs, and these quarterback when he keeps the ball on the read options, they're not working. Like, can we take them out, please? I beg of you, can we take them out? Use Barkley more. I'm not saying every 1st and 10 has to be a handoff to Barkley. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying give him 30 carries a week. But my God, not one carry in the whole first quarter? Not one? Not one? There's times, there was one where, and I got mad at this too, it was a 2nd and, I don't know what my dog's doing. There was a 2nd and like 2 or something, maybe 2nd and 1, I don't know. Instead of handing it off to Barkley again, they tried doing, I forget what they tried doing. I don't know if it was a pass or if it was Jalen Hurts trying to keep it, whatever, but they lost yardage. It's like, dude, stop trying to be cute. Just fucking hand it off. He's going to get it. And even if he doesn't, okay, 4th or 3rd and 1. Hand it to him again. You know, like, they're trying to be so cute. And it's just stop it. Just stop it. Anyway, looking at the Dallas game, I'm starting to get less worried about the Cowboys because their run defense is, ugh. But you know what? We'll play him, and we won't run Barkley that much. We'll get A.J. Brown back. Looks like Devontae Smith will be fine. Hopefully he plays next week. But he's not. It's not going to be like a long-term injury or anything. So we'll get those guys back. I mean, get a bye week, get those guys healthy. If we can go into the bye week 3-1, I think you're feeling good about yourself. There's still that we're one dropped pass away, one easy dropped pass away from being 4-0. That would suck. But Dallas is getting waxed by the Ravens right now. The run defense looks god awful. And the way the Eagles can run the ball, maybe. But I'm happy. It's a happy Sunday, but I still come away because I thought we were going to get smoked. Defense played so much better than I thought they were going to be. It's amazing what this defense can look like when Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are going off. Do you see the difference? It changes everything. I still think we need to get a bona fide pass rusher. Now I'm more seeing our potential. I'm a little more like, okay, go get it. Before I was like, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Save the draft capital. Just don't. Now I'm a little more like, well, maybe we'll get AJ and Devontae back and blah, blah, blah. You know, we see what the defense can do. Maybe get a bona fide. You know what I mean? So I'm a little bit more on board now that I see the capability. We won this game based on talent alone, guys. Based on talent alone. It's not sustainable. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts, and a little bit of Kellen Moore. Dude, you're freaking some of your play calls when you go away from Barkley for long stretches. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. It's not rocket science. I don't know what you're doing. So a little bit of him too. So I'll include him. Nick Sirianni, Kellen Moore, and Jalen Hurts need to get your ass together. We almost lost this game, and I'd have felt so bad for the defense. I'd have felt so bad for him. All right, guys. Happy we won. Surprised me. I didn't think we were going to win. I thought we were going to get smoked. And then at halftime, I'm sitting here thinking, like, we're going to lose a close, super, super low-scoring game. Like, when you think you know what's going to happen in the NFL, you don't. I thought we were going to lose something like 38-20 this game. I did. I thought we were going to lose 38-20. Never in my right mind would I thought we'd have lost like 12-7. I would have never have thought that in my wildest imagination. So, you never know. Hell, the freaking Broncos beat the freaking Buccaneers. The Raiders beat the just usually by week 3 you're kind of out of the weird stuff. I don't know what to think in this league anymore. No idea. No freaking clue. All right, guys. I'm out. Enjoy the win, Eagles fans. If we somehow beat the Bucks next week, easier said than done. But if we somehow beat the Bucks next week and get to 3-1 going into our bye week, I think at the end of the day you have to like that. The Falcons hurt only because you're one drop pass away from beating them. You know what I mean? That's what really makes it hurt, you know? But if you get into the bye week, people healthy, coming back, you know, A.J. Brown and all that, and you can sit there and say you're 3-1, top of your division, and you're just one drop pass away from being 4-0. Like, you have to feel good about yourself, you know, at the end of the day, knowing that and we knew we were going to be a better team, hopefully, because football does not share common sense at all. As soon as you think you know something, it changes on you. But you would think we would be a better team at the end with these learning these new systems. We'd be a better team at the end than we are at the beginning. And if we're 3-1 going into a bye, I think you should be happy about that. All right, guys. Peace out.